Who's ready? So fresh air. Who's ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise and shine. Even on a cloudy day, a gray day, a ribadirche. We're having this conversation today. Started touching my bag. It's almost time to move again to a different country. Even emailed my own mommy, talked to her about our discrepancies and better ways to say no. Even one of my good friends, look how gray this is. It's the sign of our times that we can't disagree healthily, we can't eat healthily, and our relationships aren't healthily either. This conversation needs to happen. Saints addiction. I'm on a mission. Reach, preach, and teach every morning. Let's go. So, sign of the times is I found a joint. I don't have any weed, but you know, I found one. Like rolled one, forgot it, left it by my laptop, and now I gotta smoke one while my friend goes and grabs us some McDonald's, which I'm gonna eat for breakfast instead of fresh fruit, which I usually do. And then I can smoke my tobacco-filled cigarette while I watch the emotional instability of women worldwide. The girl made the comment. She said it so succinctly. I should just share it in the link below if anybody wants to know the video. It's only like 5 minutes, but she literally went through her whole dating timeline of how she used to laugh at guys and they need to get tougher. Then she's 27 and then she realized her phone ain't ringing no more. She even hit up a dude that she used to date and thought he was a nice guy, and she flaked him off or fucked him off, and now he's getting engaged, and told her that him crying after they slept together was an emotional experience for him. And as soon as she thought that was weird or got the ick, she blocked him. Now he's getting engaged and she's alone counting the well, what do we call that, counting the what do you call that, counting the, what I used to do when I was depressed. You count the what's the stuff on the roof, on your ceiling. You start counting the hell's that stuff? Not rock fault. It's not this asphalt shit. What do you call that when you something like the scrapes or the flakes at the top of the ceiling? And we got nothing better to do but stare up and wonder why our lives have happened the way that they have. And I go, sign of the times, man. It's literally a sign of the times. Plastic Pocket Challenge, where everybody got super comfortable in their own environments, or they create a comfortable apartment. They'll put LEDs in there. They'll add fucking all sorts of things. Hey, they replaced the top. How cool is that? We'll make situations, you know, more comfortable for us to stay in. You know what I mean? And then it becomes the situation that we're in right now, where the homie pulls up and literally bringing the Mickey D's as we speak. So, I'm just gonna smoke this joint and then keep it short. But she pointed it out perfectly. Damn, you're fast. I didn't even. Damn, you're fast. I didn't even start smoking yet. Oh. Look at you go. Like, I found a joint by my laptop. I don't have any smoke, but I was like, okay, I got a little bit of a spliffy. I'll smoke it. I'll be in. Yeah. Do you need the keys? Yes, you do. Boom, baby, boom. See? I'll be in shortly. So the sign of the times is that we talked a lot of gang of shit, and then the price was paid in spliffs or in loneliness. While you were busy being high on the horse, fucking things off. It's almost the same adage as Aesop fables of, if it's waste not, want not, right? So if you don't waste other people's time and you don't waste other people's emotions, and then you don't waste your own time and health, then guess what? You'll have more time to appreciate life when it comes later on. But if you fucked it off, it's going to be paid in spades. Like, there's no walking away from your actions. Everybody gets a repercussions. You can be really pretty and have pretty privilege, and all that shit will be cut short as soon as it's time to pay dividends. And this is why I'm having this conversation this morning. Let's bless up. Join Weed Club. I haven't had a joint in about 3 days, so let's go after it, shall we? I love her hair. So fucking cool. I don't know if she can hear me, but That's super dope. I love your hair, by the way. Yeah, super cool. Just bright orange hair. And that's what we do. We push people away and expect them to stick around. We eat garbage food and not expect to have cancer. We got lazy on manufacturing and watched the war grow from China. Everything has a repercussion. And it was something that I had this discussion, and I'll mention it again. And the guy told me, he's like, it's because people used to compromise. They actually used to sit down and say, I'm willing to give up this, you're willing to give up that, so I can have a child on my scooter when I walk past. It's one of those things. Time doesn't care about your emotions. I was watching with Gary Vee. It doesn't give a shit if you are emotionally unstable or stable, or if you actually try hard or don't try hard. It ticks into the future. It's almost like, ooh, got high real quick. The dinosaurs. You know, you only get a moment on this earth, and once your time is up, it's up, and you'll be in the ground with the rest of them, picking them up, trying to figure out what happened. And it's like, life happens. Life is the thing that happens while time is passing, and whether you enjoy it or not, time doesn't give a fuck. It really doesn't. It doesn't care if you're concentrating. It doesn't care if I go live. It doesn't care about your likes. You can get 500 likes on a Reddit feed and still be a load at 27 watching your eggs fry inside of you. And all of us are on the clock. It doesn't matter. Time is undefeated. It's the wall, you know. It's all of us. It's the wall is undefeated. Time is undefeated. So you could be the baddest motherfucker in the world like Mike Tyson, and guess what? Time will clock you in and clock you out. You won't be champion forever, but all of us are trying to be the bee's knees. And what ends up happening is we price ourselves out. You know, we had an opportunity to cash in. I think it's tough for women. You know, you're basically, since you hit 14, you're on the market block. Then by the time you hit 24, that's your chopping block. 10 years to find somebody to love you for the rest of your life. And then you're in your 30s and then nobody wants to participate. It's crazy, but it's true. Same for men. If we're on the clock, if we don't earn enough income, which right now nobody can even pay rent. I heard over 50% of guys my age still live with their parents in Australia. It's tough out there. They're giving us rent in perpetuity. It's $2,500 for rent. Are you serious? How are you going to be able to afford that? And on the timeline, by the time I actually do become a millionaire, I'll be too old to have kids. It's fucking happening. And I'm having this conversation because I'm realizing that a lot of us are acting this way. We pretended like we had all the time in the day, like we were going to be young forever. And just like this old lady walking, we won't be. I don't know if you can see her in the red, but she's cute. But that's it. You know, time is undefeated. And as long as you keep playing games, life will play a game on you. It'll make you old. It'll make you infertile and unable to fucking communicate with somebody and build a relationship. Isn't that the twist? I'm so grateful I have this joint this morning. I didn't even know it existed. But that's us, our sign of our times, where we just built these castles around us in our apartments that we're renting, thinking that people are going to be able to communicate with so much communication, so much connectivity, and we're least connected than ever before. It's a scary thing. It's the sign of our times, and I have my meal waiting, so I'm just gonna make this quick. But time doesn't give a shit. And if you're gonna stay emotional, then you're not being thoughtful. If you live with your emotions, then you lead with your emotions, then it bleeds. It bleeds all over everything. It bleeds into our relationships, into our businesses, into our lifestyle. And then we'll go and say, well, what happened to it all? God damn, these mushrooms grow so fucking fast. Crazy. The other ones just turned into fucking goo. Look at this one. It just totally went back to mycelium. And that's it. We're on the clock. So am I. So is my fast food. It came fast, but that heat won't last. And nobody wants cold fast food, and you don't want to heat it back up. So I'm going to get off this thing. Nobody's watching anyway, but that's my morning rant this morning, and I'm going to get back to eating. But it's really real out there, you guys. Life doesn't give a fuck. And the moment you start giving a fuck is the moment it starts taking place. You already know. I'm out. I'm gonna go talk to this girl. Up. Nope. She walked away. But I wanted to tell her we make dog shirts here, and she's making her dog come in on us this way. That's my show. Peace and love. If you got anything out of this, you already know. Chigathon. I'll see you on the other side. On the other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace.